Definitely going to be having the Leeds game on background while we talk, Shoni. So don't worry, I'll keep you updated.
Hello and welcome back to the channel, our match reaction, boys. All I'm gonna say is, Ollie lives to fight another day, but that team was not the team. I still think he needs to get sacked. That we know. I said Ollie can go around. Ollie can win games, but that team was not the one. And I tell you what is the one, though. One man. His name is Bruno Fernandes. He kept Ollie in the job in the first time we were Ollie out. In the Burnley, it was done. Ollie was going out the door. Bruno comes in, champion. Ollie again. Job on the line. You know who's there? Bruno is there. Bruno with 2 spectacular goals. And there is Bruno's Ollie in. That's what it is. Bruno is Manchester United through and through. And I'm gassed. We won. We got 3 points. That's what I want every week. But I just know we ain't gonna get it every week. I know Mata can't play all those games. Fred was great today. McTominay was alright because Everton, to be honest, they played in our hands. What did Everton do? They played expensive football. They tried coming at us. Then we punished them. Yeah. That's what happened. We punished them, and Bruno was
just punished us.
He was phenomenal. Bruno Fernandes today was absolutely on it. He was absolutely on it. And I learned nothing from that game. I know today I could see the formation 4-2-3-1. I could see it today, but we learned nothing in the long term. No, I don't mean to sound negative because we won. We got 3 points. We actually played well, but I'm worried because obviously I'm Ollie out, and in the long term it hurts us. It hurts us. So what I would say is great result. Still sack him though. It's like we know Ollie can do this. We know Ollie can pull a result. We know that team can scrape through a result. But I'm telling you now, long term, the only way he's getting us back, he does this in the next, till the season's over, basically. You need consistency, something we've been talking about. And, so let's get into it. Moroto, I felt that, you said you wanted to see Ollie change the system, play possession football, play different ways other than counter-attacking. Now, I feel like some people say we did that today because we did have a ball quite a lot. But I still feel like the goals we scored today, how did we score them? On the break. That's how we scored our goals today.
Yeah.
So I think we learned nothing for you. But let's get your thoughts. Let's get your thoughts. Starting with Morocco.
Yeah, no, we can't deny that we did score them on the break. And Everton were a bit flat, and they do leave a lot of space. So you have to put that into consideration. And a competent board will still fire this guy because there's more than enough evidence over the past few years not good enough. But at the same time, you have to give credit where it's due. And these players love Ollie. These players love Ollie because whenever his job is on the line, they do the most. Because maybe not so the second half, but the first half, I think we played really well. Like, I think the way we moved the ball was really, really good. When we had to move it from the midfield into transition, it was spot on. We didn't hold on the ball for too long. Around the 18, the interplay was at another level. And Bruno, yes, was an integral part of that, but the interplay was high level. And yes, we didn't press very high, but we were very compact. And I think the first half was really good. Second half, we reverted to playing on the counter, which I wasn't happy about because, as I've made very clear, yes, I understand in the situation that Everton are going to push us so we can take advantage of the spaces. But as I've said, I feel like we rely on the counter way too much. And we're just very imbalanced. So I feel like I would have liked to be played more like the first half and just shown that we're moving forward and shown that we're trying to do something different. And yeah, look, I feel like it's in no way a turning point. I feel like we need to show more consistency. We need to do in the first half, in my opinion, more often. And for me, I wasn't happy about the team selection. I won't lie. But for the sake of consistency, I want to see Ole pick this team more often because yes, formation-wise, I think it's good. It's good because it seemed like people knew what they were doing, which we didn't see in the diamond. So that's one over the diamond. And two, yes, I don't like Fred and McTominay playing and holding. I don't like Mata, but I also don't like chopping and changing because it brings so much problems for us. So I want us to keep playing this team and build something around it and show like we have a plan or vision. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, Consistency is key for us, to say the least. And that's just where we're at as a football club right now. We need that consistency, because today we got lucky. Everton, another day against any other team, could have scored 3 during those chances in the second half. They were at our throats. They were in our box. They got like 5 corners towards the end of the game. We were lucky not to concede a goal, to say the least. And it's vital that we keep going on this run of consistency. We need players like Bruno to keep on performing like this. But it's really bad for us overall, like you said, because it just means more time for Ali, and that's never good for the club long term. We are searching for that consistency, and despite winning this game, I think we barely won it, and a last minute 1-on-1 will make the scoreline quite inflated, I feel. A 3-1 definitely does not give Everton the credit that they deserve today. But like you said, first half we looked really good in transition. I feel we did move the ball around very, very well. It looked very sharp. The interplay was fantastic. Like stuff like more and more and more and more of.
I feel like
100%.
Us moving to the counter in the second half, as much as we were solid at the back, it works against Ole, because if we just played at that level, we could have all been like, yes, we've been complaining, but we see a difference. We see he's trying to do something different. Now it just seems like we're really good in the first half, and once again, United dropped off in the second half. So, yeah.
You know what it is?
Despite winning the game, there's still inconsistency within the game.
Imagine.
It's a mess.
Imagine.
Yeah. You know, the thing is, again, the thing, like I said, I love the result, obviously. Why I never want Manchester United to lose.
We can't be
That team, that team going forward is just not it. You cannot qualify or top. I'll say it now. Clip it all you want. This Fred McTominay Mata ain't getting us top 4. Ain't getting us top 4. Maguire and Lindelof at the back ain't getting us. They're gonna get.
I get you.
Well, they might get us top 4 because they did it technically last season, but they will cost us games. They will cost us games. We've seen.
I get you. And I guess we can predict as fans, because these players, that on the long run, it's not the right team. But particularly in that first half, they played well. And, I just want Ola to pick something and back it, and show that I have a philosophy and this is what I'm going with. And if it fails, it'll be on my shoulders. And yeah, he never does that. So that's why I'm saying I wanted to keep picking this team and trying to play like we played in that half.
So if you are Ali from now on, after the
Dan James starts next week. Matic
that's the thing. We don't know if he's going to keep this team. Like,
we're going to see this happen.
Maloto says that Ali should stick with this team. Obviously, they're probably one of our best we've played this season. And it is a formation we've seen 4-2-3-1. We have seen that formation. But will Ali pick it again next week? Will he pick it
for
again?
Me,
how long will he leave Pogba out the team for? We all had our say about Donny van de Beek. How on earth
why is Donny not playing?
That's what I'm saying, though. We learned nothing from this game. This game was purely, I'm a coward. I'm going to play because I know Everton are going to come. I'm going to hit them on the break. I'm going to get my goals. And I relied on Bruno. I don't care what you're on. Yes, there was tactics involved today. But Bruno saved his ass today.
It was a Bruno masterclass and a half today. Bruno literally played for Cavani. He put on a plate for Rashford, who missed it, but it went in anyway.
That's how good that cross was. Yeah.
And look, as well, though, I hear people saying that Ole should play his best players, not hide behind, just not play the players who are the most tenacious and get the best out of the players we know have the pedigree. But I feel like, Ole should just pick the players he feels work for his style the best. And he should back those players. And not play those players 1 week and the next week get pressured into playing the star players. Just do what you're here to do. Show us what your philosophy is. God damn it! It's annoying.
He's the manager. He shouldn't be peer pressured by us, the fans. He should never, ever, ever fall victim to us wanting something over what he wants to do at this club. He's had 2 and a bit years at this club, basically 2 full seasons in total. This man has played game in, game out. He has not created a philosophy whatsoever amongst the players. He has not created a system that he likes. It's always choppy and changing. But there was not one singular starting 11 that we could have predicted at any stage, unless there's an injury crisis, which we did go through admittedly last season. Without the likes of Martial and Pogba, we had to improvise. But with them fit, why are we still improvising? Why are we still trying to make these changes? Why are we still chopping and changing week in, week out?
You know, if you're a viewer and you're listening to us, we have an
To be
audience.
lost.
I won't lie to you. Yeah, they're gonna think we don't support United. You know, these guys smoke. Listen, right? Today's
But
result.
look,
I'm not trying to deny it, right? If we said to you guys even before all of this, is Oli a good counter-attacking manager? And can these players win games? Yes. Can they do it consistently? No. Can you really leave Paul Pogba out of the team? I mean, I said he doesn't start. But how you leave Donny out the team? How you leave Pogba out the team?
Yes, if you're starting
We know
Mata,
Ollie's words today as well, just on Lindelof. I don't mind Lindelof. I would have played Lindelof. But Ollie said that we hope that Lindelof. Yeah, that's what I'm
he's
saying.
injured.
That's what I'm saying. Ollie said we hope Lindelof makes the full 90 because he's nursing a back injury. Huh? You what? So on another day, if Lindelof goes down, it's Chad. It's Chad.
Yeah. He's like Rash, he's out for a few months. Then what?
Yeah, I mean,
he's one of our best centre backs.
You know what it is? It's like it's flip flop at United. It's flip flop at United. Though, you know, and I always said I can trust two men. I can trust two men in this team. I can trust Martial, and I can trust Bruno Fernandes. And today, I'm not denying Oli has a big part in playing today's result because they did 4-2-3-1 work perfectly. Everton played in our hands. You know, we are one of the best counter-attacking teams out there. So clearly, we just absolutely wrecked them. And we even said we would be surprised if Carlo Ancelotti played to our advantage. Like, why did you come out and play for us? Like, it's just surprising.
It's close on so many attacks.
Yeah, and it was close. Like, you know, 3-1, I do agree with Clayton. It is a bit harsh because another day, Everton can get something. But this is football. Football is...
playing on the counter's our thing. We can sit back and be very solid and counter. Like, they played into our hands in the second.
And then when they hit us on the counter,
but, you know, it is like this, you know, international break now.
I understand, Shirley, because, you know, as you said, it doesn't tell us anything to our problems. The problem is inconsistency. Not can we win one game when a team plays to our hands.
Yeah, so you know what it is. If you are Ollie in, you stay 100%. Ollie in. If you're Ollie out, you stay Ollie out. If you're Ollie unsure, you're Ollie unsure. I don't think you're nothing unsure. But I do, you know, if there are fans out there who are Ollie out and now they say like, okay, now, you know, clearly Ollie. Don't get blinded by this result. Please, I beg. Don't get blinded by this result. If you are Ollie in, by all means, stay Ollie in. You know, because you back them. Let's see.
But
the only way, Ollie needs to do this for the rest of the season. That's how consistent it has to get. One slip up. I'm pushing the button. Pushing the button because he's used up all his mistakes already in the beginning of the season. He's used it all up. Today was probably the last straw. If today he lost, you know, Everton scored their first goal and we did nothing. Bruno doesn't have a masterclass. That button's getting ejected tonight, fam. Button, you best believe, if Bruno didn't have the game he had today, Ollie was gone. Ollie was gone. And we all, like we said, you know, we were all thinking, as soon as we seen that team sheet, we were all thinking, oh, he's sacking himself. Because, like I said, no Pogba, no Donny van der Beek, no Matic, no Axel, you know,
and
Taylor's,
now
and now, you know, who knows what's Shaw now? Who absolutely, I have no clue. I don't know. Oh, Shaw went off. And I'm be quick on this. We'll touch on Shaw when we get into player ratings. But if you have a Shaw agenda, I'm going to look you right in the eyes now.
So you're going to get worse from here, that's all I'm going to say.
If you have a Shaw agenda, you know, I don't know. I'm lost for words if you have a Shaw agenda. But anyways, yeah, I think it's a frustrating result, especially for Ollie outers like me. I think it's a good result for Ollie inners because they're like, yeah, back and see Ollie knows. And if you're Ollie unsure, well, it doesn't really solve anything because now you're thinking, but this team, yeah, they won today, but where's the future? So you're not going to appease everyone. But you know what, boys, let's talk about the game. We're happy. Obviously, we freaking won the game brilliantly. Yeah. Bruno, amazing. Vani got his first goal. Luke Shaw, amazing. So let's get into the player ratings. Starting off with David De Gea. Didn't really have much to do, really. You know, defense. I was actually quite disappointed in Everton. If I am going to say anything, I was disappointed in Everton.
You were a bit flat.
I expected a lot more trouble from them. Yeah, like even the crosses to Calvert-Lewin.
Very easy
it just didn't work really today. So David De Gea didn't have much to do when it came to that.
They're in the middle of they're having a bit of a slump right now.
Yeah. So And James his first game back after a while, so something like Martial, lack him have sharpness. So it is what it is. But David Gea didn't really have much to do. I can't really blame him for that goal. I kind of expected him to save it though. At first look, I'm like, that looks like a bit of a soft goal to let in, like how it was. He didn't really look pacey and stuff, but I don't blame him too much. So I'm just gonna give David Gea average 6.
Yeah, no, it is a decent game. I feel like Bernard gave him the eyes. He acted like he was going to open his body up and shoot the other way, but then hit it low. So that's not an excuse, He still conceded a poor goal. So I guess 6.5. I'm going to be too harsh.
I'm going to be the harsh one on this one. I think you lose the clean sheets. It's basically the only on target you faced the entire game. It's just a 5,
Yeah, I think that is harsh.
Yeah.
But then again, when I looked at it first time, I'm like, oh, could he have saved it? Could he have literally been quicker to save it? I don't know. I might have to look at it back. Alright, but yeah, that's David Gea.
But it's one mistake, and he's been brilliant. So it's not like
it's been
lost.
brilliant, yeah. I wouldn't.
It's another one.
It's not like it's another
the
one.
Gea
What is
out,
he doing? Yeah, it's not the
definitely
hair
not.
out. It's nothing like that. It's just
It's
it's
just
unfortunate.
slightly poor performance. That's all it is.
Wan-Bissaka, however, I thought also again defensively he looked a bit shaky. Going forward, I didn't really see much, so I'm also going to give him an average rating 6. I felt Digne had him on toast. To be honest, Digne looked like he had him on toast. Bernardo also, he was allowing so much of space. So yeah, I didn't think Wan-Bissaka had the amazing game he does. So yeah, 6.
I don't know, I don't know. Yes, I feel like he did let them through here and there, but I feel like tackles were spot on, blocking was spot on. I think he had a good game, not his best, but I think it was pretty good. So I'm gonna give him a 7. Really, I think he deserves it.
I think today it definitely isn't his spark. Best to say the least. He normally very much owns that right-hand side of the field, and he does set very high expectations for us as United fans overall. So we expect a lot more from him. He is, of course, only 21. He's a young kid. He's got a lot to learn.
Imagine.
Yeah, when you think about it that way, he's really talented. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of inconsistency, but today was very much like a 50-50 average game for him. Sometimes you'll win, sometimes you won't. Sometimes the tackle's amazing, sometimes he misses it completely. Sometimes he goes where it fell. Today was just one of those days. We weren't entirely sure if he was going to win the ball back and just lock it down, or if they're going to get past him. And he gave away a lot of space today.
You know what? Though, I also give him a rating quick before I say what I said.
Yeah, so I think I'm just going to give him an average 6.
Yeah, I know what I was gonna say before I rudely interrupted Clayton, is that I don't think he got help with Mata playing today. Mata wasn't fast enough to track Bernard and Digne. I just don't think So it was basically 2-1 with Wan-Bissaka today. So when you look at it like that, I can't really be too harsh. But like we said, Wan-Bissaka, high expectations. So yeah, just an average 6. Lindelof, he should have won that header. That's all I'm gonna say.
For the goal.
This guy, yeah. Technically, he was the
He didn't win the header. It looks like he actually won the header and just gave it away back.
But he should have done better. He should have done better, in my opinion. But he never wins headers. Would I play him? No. Why is Maguire not going for that header? I don't know. I have no idea why Maguire is not going.
What it should have been. I don't know why he does. It's saying this now.
But that mistake, like I said, I don't think Everton troubled us really. So I'm going to give Lindelof a 6 as well. But I wouldn't have played him, especially because he's nursing that back injury. So yeah, 6. I didn't really think it. But yeah, another day, that's his fault. We lose 1-0 and we are giving it to him, disappointing. But other than that, really, 6.
Yeah, no, besides that mistake, I think he was better than 2 centre-backs, but that's not saying much because it's Maguire. But yeah, positional sense, he was good. So Everton as well, they didn't put too much pressure on us, so that's a factor. So because he's involved in the goal, I feel like I have to give him a 6.
Yeah, I can agree. And I think I kind of figured out why Maguire was actually the shining light during the times when Lindelof actually had bad games. That's because he's not tasked to actually do anything specific, so he just exists, and therefore is better than the one that has to be forced into mistakes and bad positions. That's all Maguire does nowadays. He kind of just exists.
Why is he never winning the headers? Stopping the crosses from coming in. It's always like Lindelof is tasked with the responsibility. Yeah,
he was.
And then when
it's like Lindelof master striker, and Maguire owns, which I don't know. I feel like maybe it should be the other way around.
Strange. Yeah.
You know,
And you see centre back pairing. It's weird.
yeah, but yeah, Clay
Feels like a
Lindelof.
tactic. So, but if they do give the goal assist to Calvert-Lewin officially, then I won't be upset about it. But if
Well, they gave
he,
it on Fantasy League. It helps you.
yeah, I saw. But they've also said it's going to be announced, so I'm not exactly sure. But they've given the points temporarily. I don't know. But if it's given away from Calvert-Lewin, I will be a lot more upset about the goal because you should be winning those and not quite giving it away. But upon further inspection, it does look like he just gave the ball away, which is very upsetting considering he had a good game overall. Because we kept their shots mostly outside the box. It wasn't much trouble. Most of them went off targets. The centre backs did their job the way they should have. But that mistake, if it was his mistake, I think it deserves to lower his rating. So I think if the mistake stands, he gets a 5.5 from me.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Harry Maguire. All I'm gonna say about Harry Maguire is right. Everyone knows my opinion on him. I don't rate him, and what I will say is, Maguire, my boy, you should be ashamed of yourself because you were that captain armband, but you ain't the captain. That man in that midfield named Bruno Fernandes is putting you to shame when it comes to leadership in
The
this
thing I
team.
noticed as well when it comes to leadership is when Shaw went off, it was Bruno that came to check on him. It was Bruno's like, what's what happened? And he sent him off.
You know,
It
the
wasn't
one
like
thing I
Maguire
rated,
came
yeah.
off.
No, I really didn't think Maguire did much today. I think, when the balls came in the box, yeah, I did win it. But that's his job. You freaking supposed to. That's your job. Win those things. As
He's
captain,
meant.
I didn't see any leadership from him again. It just seems like he doesn't want responsibility, which is crazy. Because as captain, you would want to be like, let me go win the header against Calvert-Lewin. Let me mark him out of this game.
Yeah.
The one good thing I did like about him, though, is when he killed Digne. I kind of did like that. I'm glad he got the ball. Otherwise, that would have been a penalty. But you killed Digne, and for once, I'm like, yeah, that's what I expect really. Go take him out. You go through, get the ball, and you get the man same time. I like that. I like that. And I haven't really seen Maguire do that often. When he actually did, I was like, oh my god, where was that?
Yeah.
Where has that been? We never seen him slide in. When do we ever see Maguire really slide in? But again, attacking his own man, he's holding it again. It just looks like he wants to grab one of the United players and mark him. But yeah, so that's us. But yeah, I'm gonna give Maguire average rating 6 today. I really didn't think he was faulted or anything. But yeah, as a captain, you need to hang your head in shame, my boy. You're getting put away by Bruno Fernandes. You are not the captain.
Wasn't good enough.
And like I said, it worked today, but he will let us down. So.
Yeah, look, I didn't see him, much like you said, so I didn't see what he did. The only thing I noticed was him winning the balls in the air towards the end of the second half, and Fred shouting at him for not moving the ball fast enough.
Yeah,
but besides that,
shouting at him.
Besides that, I just didn't see Harry Maguire do anything today. So 5 really. I wasn't impressed whatsoever.
The only thing that I can really positively say about Maguire was he won his aerial duels. If he doesn't, Calvert-Lewin scores a hat-trick, admittedly. But that's what you expect. We spent 80 million on him.
Yeah.
He needs to win the headers.
We can't
literally
keep hyping his
contract
up now.
needs to win a
I think
five.
it's the fan base is just fed up. Now even if you do have that good game, like come on, now we expect it from you game in, game out. Because that's just where we are now. That's like we're done with this hyping game up, getting excited for one game. Do it every single game and achieve your praise. So yeah. I just felt it is.
It should be a standard thing for a player playing at the highest level to win your aerial battles when you're that tall and that
like
big.
if that was Vidic, let's just say Vidic was Maguire team, we would have been like, man.
We're not going to be praising him for that.
We wouldn't praise him, like that's his job. That's what we expected really. Every
we wouldn't praise Skirtle for doing it. Like, why are we praising Maguire for it? Like,
exactly.
That's just why. It makes no sense whatsoever. But yeah, that's about the only positive I can really come up for him. He did concede, admittedly. So I think I'm going to match Lindelof's rating of 5.5.
Okay, that's fair. Left back, my boy. He's my boy. Luke Shaw. 2 assists in 2 games. I've been telling everyone, this man whips it in, and no one's ever home. Today, Bruno was bloody home. That header was ridiculously good. But Luke Shaw, defensively, amazing. Recovering pace, amazing. Crossing is, ever since Telles came in, his crossing has gone up a level.
Yeah.
So
Now,
Shani,
yeah.
it's your boy James. Where was James?
Exactly, that's the thing.
Where-
That's my point. That's my next point. I'm like, James, I've watched every single game of Everton. It's not easy to keep James Rodriguez quiet. It's never easy. James Rodriguez usually has a field day, and Luke Shaw kept him quiet. Dead, completely won that battle. He did go off. I'm really hoping it's nothing. And if he is fit, I think I've made my mind up that, even if Tellers is back and Luke Shaw is back, I'm not dropping Luke Shaw. There is no ways I'm dropping Luke Shaw. He's our best defender at the moment. Yeah, so five at the back. But yeah, Luke Shaw for me, he's my runner-up to man of the match. I'm going to give Luke Shaw a 9. I thought he was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, no, he's brilliant. He was brilliant. Like, defensively, I'm convinced Luke Shaw is one of the best defensive left backs in the league, tops. So he's a really, really good left back. And offensively, the crosses have improved a lot. And I think you're right. Tellez has been putting a lot of pressure on him. So, yeah, no, I'm really happy to see Luke Shaw perform with all the agendas against him. He's proved the
That's why I
haters
gave him a 9 as well. Hold that. Hold you guys. Hold it. Hold it. I know I triggered you. Hold it. Giving him a 9. Don't even care. Hold it.
Yeah. I'm not going to go as high. I'm going to give him an 8, but best defender.
Yeah, hold it. Still, fam. Hold it.
On the
8.
pitch.
Hold it. What? Luke Shaw agendas. I hate it.
The thing with Luke Shaw is he's also really young. He's only 23, guys. Like, he may have been playing at the highest level since, like, out of the youth academies, but he's
I
playing
remember
at the
when we
highest
signed him
level.
at Southampton. When we signed him from Southampton, it was like it's similar to when we signed Wan-Bissaka from Crystal Palace. I was like,
Yeah.
we've got a fullback on our hands. Obviously, injury and some weight gain has blinded this fan base, but I've always liked him.
That's a good point. He's young, and people are treating him like he should be a finished product.
Admittedly, he's still
They're
got a lot
really-
of, and he's
we've got
grown
really good
really well.
fullbacks.
Yeah, we do, and they're all very young, and they've all got a lot of potential still. Shaw isn't anywhere near his prime, and if this man just picks up a few traits from Tellez, which it looks like he is at the very least, we're getting a complete fullback on our hands. Like, Shaw may have been playing for 5+ years in the Prem, but he's not 27 like Andy Robertson, who's whipping an assist every other game. But he's still putting in the balls.
Are you
He's
sure
still.
Luke Shaw is 23, bro?
I'm pretty sure he's 23, 24, around there.
Well, yeah,
He's
go
young.
on.
I don't think
I'll
he's
just
that
I'll just
old.
fact check. I'll just fact
Like,
check.
if we had
I think we
If we had top centre backs with those fullbacks, oh my gosh, we would be amazing at the back, honestly.
on its prime. That's the thing. Luke Shaw
Oh,
isn't
okay.
the
Luke
same
Shaw
age.
is 25. He's 25.
Okay,
Still
24.
So
not
it's
that
like
bad.
it's basically his first year of his prime years. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he's just getting in there. That's the thing. He's just reached that developmental peak in his career at this point, and he's starting to show it because he's only been growing.
I
That's the thing.
really hope that injury isn't bad because he walked off and he looked fine. So I think it's more.
He's going to show and he's injury prone.
That's
50 minutes, Shoni.
To be fair to Luke Shaw though, he hasn't been injured for long. He hasn't.
Yeah, true.
It's been like, what,
Yeah.
10-ish games? That's good. It's really good, though. He's kept
Jose
it.
was the problem.
Luke Shaw is really good today. Do what you guys said. But yeah, just an 8 for me as well.
Yeah, hold it, fam. You have a Luke Shaw, you call him James Corbett. Hold it. My man said you down.
He does look like James.
That's my point. I really like Luke Shaw. Because it's one of those players. I'm like, guy, how do you not rate Luke Shaw sometimes?
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. Even if he has a good game, I understand he has bad games, but when he has a good game, you guys like, no, it's trash. Get him off. Come on. And now I'm even more excited to see Tellez because now, but by Luke Shaw's performances, Tellez, I'm expecting 2 assists a game, fam, and still put that on a defensive performance. That's what I'm expecting now. Luke Shaw set the bar high, and I wouldn't drop him. So yeah, that's it with Luke Shaw. That's our defense. Midfield, start off with Pastor Fed. He was in the holding role today. I like him. I won't like this. I really like Fred. He's very two-footed. I think by that first touch of his, we got a player on our hands. We do have a player on our hands. I think by that first touch, which does cause us lots of problems, and if he does sharpen up his passing. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, if we had the first touch of a normal player and passing of a Donny, I would argue that he's one of the best CDMs in this league and box-to-box midfielders in this league because I really liked Fred. And today I seen passion. Like we said, he shouted Maguire, like, why aren't you moving the ball quick enough? So everything
Not
we
just
expect from
Maguire.
Fred, yeah. Tenacious, quick releases. First touch was a bit suspect, but that is with Fred. But yeah, I thought solid game, and I did think, he helps McTominay a lot. I think if you play Matic and McTominay, that's when we see McTominay really have a bad game. But now there's no pace. I think Fred has to play in our midfield for this system. So yeah, I've got no complaints with Fred. I thought he was pretty good, so 7 out of 10.
Yeah, no, it was one of those performances. Man took us to church. I thought he was brilliant. He was brilliant. Like, I really liked how vocal he was today. It wasn't just with Maguire. Like, he was shouting at everybody around his position. Luke Shaw, what's his name again? McTominay. So I really liked that about his game. But he was just perfect. Defensively, he was spot on. And he doesn't hang on to the ball too much. Like, he's really good at releasing it. And yeah, he looks like a proper box-to-box CDM. He just needs to be consistent. He just needs to work on that consistency and do this every game. Yeah. If he can do that, he looks like a top player.
Yeah. Admittedly,
ran up man of the match. I'm gonna give him a 9.
Really?
Okay. Damn, I don't know if I rated him that high. I gave him a 9. I might have to do rewatch it. Yo, 9. Yes. Hey.
Fred was good today, definitely. And one thing that we do know about Fred is the run before lockdown that Fred was on. He was arguably our best player. And that's from just constantly playing. That's where he gets his consistency from. The more he plays, the better he gets. If you're starting to rotate him and leave him out of the starting 11, he starts to fall off a little bit more mistakes. But when he's in the starting 11, most games, game in, game out, you're going to see a player. And we saw that again today to a large extent. He was definitely one of the few players that really carried this team. So I think Fred was really good today. I think he gets a 7.5 from me.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Solid performance from Fred. I really liked him in that holding role, so that's one positive I will take.
I didn't see a bad pass from Fred. Maybe you guys can remind me. I don't see this man lose the ball once today.
Yeah.
Ooh, I think I did. I can't name it to you, but I think I did. That's why, because usually I love it. Usually I'm the guy hyping up Fred, but
I thought it was really good.
Unless it was just because he had McTominay next to him, and he had to do McTominay's job as well. So speaking of McTominay, let's go on to McTominay, because I'll tell you what, this man is slow, he's tall. Today his passing range was the best I've seen from him, so it was probably one of the better games I've seen from McTominay. But again, there's just no future with him. Yeah, he's not a future Manchester United starter who can get us top 4, who can get us a league title. There's just no future. And even when McTominay plays, I feel like Fred is holding his hand. Bruno will be holding his hand. It's just like the whole team holding McTominay's hand. So I thought he was average. I don't think he was horrible. So I'm going to give him a 6. But again, there's just no future. I said McTominay can get performances over the line. We can win with these players. But again, they showed up the stats. With 2 of the players of Matic, Fred, and McTominay, we won like 14 games. And I think without, we won 18 games. So, McTominay for me is not the future. He's younger than Fred, but I don't think he's more accomplished than Fred. So yeah, that just 6 for me.
I think these two, Fred and McTominay, struggled last week against Arsenal, and that's something I guess they need to work on when they're under pressure to perform. But I thought they were both good today. I thought McTominay. I agree with what Clayton said in terms of Fred on McTominay. I feel like yes, there's been some scary performances in the last few, but I feel like with him playing more often nowadays, there are those games where he's, you see that there's something there. And I thought he was good today. I thought he moved the ball really well today, and the pressing was the most impressive thing about him today. I think he was. I think he was the most involved when it comes to pressing in the midfield, and I think it was very effective. So I'm going to give him a 7.
Yeah, I haven't liked what I've seen from McTominay too much, in all honesty, especially recently. I don't think he has too much of a future at this club, sadly. I would much rather see us prioritizing playing Van de Beek and growing that partnership. I have no doubt that the McTominay and Fred partnership is really good. They complement each other, even though it feels like Fred is doing a lot of the heavy lifting. I still think it allows us to get the best out of Fred, despite McTominay making mistakes and giving the ball away. Because again, I saw that from him today as well. I saw him giving the ball away recklessly. I saw him just mistime quite a few passes. I saw him rather playing it back than playing it forward quite a few times. I don't quite like the best of McTominay, and I just don't think he should be a Man United player. I have no doubt he could succeed in another system, but I don't know if he is the player that's gonna move us forward with Fred in those two centre midfield or more central defensive midfielder roles. I just don't see it going forward. I think Scott was arguably one of our worst players on the pitch today, and I just didn't like what I saw from him today.
I don't know.
I think
I thought he was good. I won't lie.
he could have
I
improved a
thought it
lot.
was all right. Like I said, I thought it was average. So
I feel like
I
do feel like there's a future. I feel like there's more to see from him. I feel like he shouldn't be starting, but I do think he should be at the club and given more time. But in terms of those positions, I know they're not consistent, but I feel like Fred and McTominay complement each other the most in those holding positions than any two at the club, honestly. I feel like, yes, you could say in terms of pedigree, in terms of pedigree, you could say maybe Matic and Fred or Matic and Pogba, but I feel like they complement each other.
Yeah, you know what the thing is also that what annoys me though is that we have to play that because of our centre backs first of all, because we need to cover because our centre backs are awful, and he takes a freaking Van de Beek spot. He takes up a Paul Pogba spot. I can't. There's no ways they are better than McTominay.
McTominay.
We're literally just papering the cracks. That's what we're doing. We are papering.
We are because if you think about it,
that's why this result is bittersweet. It's like we won, but long term it's gonna hurt us.
If you think about it, it's two doing the job of one person, and you could say it's a combination of maybe Matic not being as quick. I think we moved away from that, but you get a bit of that, and it's more the two behind them. So it really sucks.
Yeah, but also the big difference between like a Matic and a McTominay is Matic is a really, really good passer of the ball. Matic will look for that long ball and he'll hit it 9 out of 10 times. Matic will command the defense. He'll tell them, look for the pass to your right, look for the pass to your left. I'm right here. You can put it on me. I'll take the pressure. This is a big difference.
I think Matic is a proper number 6, but he's not Superman. And when we try to play the high press, the two behind him just ruin him, So
right now
we're forced to have to play two.
But that's why I said if you play Matic, you have to play Fred. You have to play Fred with him.
Yeah, definitely have to play, as Ricky would say, two outfielders. We need to build off that system right now, and I don't think we have any excuses not to at this point. We need some combination of Matic, Fred, and McTominay. Obviously, I don't want to see McTominay and Matic, but
that's the one that's
screwed. Pitch at any given point to give us the best chance defensively. Yeah, that's the one that scares me the most. I'm not excited for that at all.
Yeah,
but McTominay's an average 6.
Yeah, average 6. I agree. I didn't really see anything special from McTominay, and like I said, it doesn't help us in the long run. But I tell you what, Wes, this next man. Oh.
You don't win to them.
Yeah,
simple as that.
Simple as that. With our team, don't win today. He is Manchester United. He understands what this club is all about. He will take initiative himself to do it. It's not in his DNA to lose games. He will not have it. He has got the most goals in the Premier League from midfielders, excluding penalties. So you can live up KDB's ass all you want. You can live up any other one of these cams up. Who else is it? Who else? You have it. You live up Havertz's ass. You can live up Ziyech's ass. Because, my God, this is a baller and a half. And this man saved Ollie's job last season. And bloody hell, it's annoying me to bits, and it's not annoying me because he's saving his job again. He's saving his job again. Bruno Fernandes, 2 ridiculous goals. That header, brilliant. What did I say? United need to cross the ball much. We never get enough of those goals. Now, we've got 2 in 2 weeks, so I'm very proud. Both from Luke Shaw as well, so I'm very proud of that. Brilliant header. That cross, Rashford, my boy, I'm going to get to you, Rashford. Oh, my God. I wish Rashford on that, I'm belting him. Whack. I'm going to whack him. Oh, Rashford, I'm going to give it to him today. But, yeah, that cross was so great, it went in the net. That's how good it was. The assist to Cavani. I honestly thought you could have had a hat trick. I'm like, there it is. He's gonna go 1-1. We're gonna do something a little tricky and have it. And I was like, that assist tells everything about Bruno Fernandes. He doesn't care about him. It's always the team that matters, and he will do everything it takes to make sure he puts whatever. When he walks up that field, what I'm saying is, he's like, I gave everything. I gave everything I had on that football pitch. Yeah. Very aggressive today, frustrating the Everton defense. You could have very lucky not to get a red card, but that's the nature of the game. He is my captain. He is Manchester United. He is the best player this club has ever had in a long time since Fergie. Without a doubt, my man of the match, 10 out of 10. Bruno, I love you, but you hurt me in the long run, my boy. I won't lie to you. Today, you hurt me. I hurt. Today, out of all days to pull it out, you want to pull it out today. You want to pull out a 10 out of 10 today. But 10 out of 10, Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, he was top class. Like, just the way he passed the ball, like shaped like he was a shoot, and then he just he just passed it to I was screaming to the TV, he passed to Cavani, and he was top class. Yeah, he was top class. Like, forget removing the penalties. Some strikers in the Premier League don't have 6 goals, so they must all sit down.
This one don't have 6 goals in the Premier League.
Yeah, but like this guy's perfect. The performance was perfect. Yeah. Like, when he's on it, everything just clicks. As you say, he's Mr. Manchester United, and he was very feisty today. I was scared, to be honest. I thought he was going to get a second yellow card and get a red card. So,
it's like he was making up for that Istanbul game.
Yeah. But without him, as I said, we don't win this game. Possibly we lose this game. So definitely 10 out of 10.
Without him, we lose. I pretty much can almost guarantee it. I can pretty much. Without Bruno or Martial in this team, I think we lose games. I think those are our 2 most important players.
Yeah.
Man of the match.
Bruno won the game for us today.
Definitely.
No question asked about it. If Bruno has another bad game, like he did last game, we don't come close to winning this game, and Everton walk over us. Because his heads would drop after that first goal if Bruno wasn't there. That would drop, and then we don't win it. We don't come close to winning it, and then that's the game. So I'm just very glad we had Bruno, and just definitely a 10 out of 10 performance from me. My man of the match, of course, and just Mr. Fantastic right now.
That's all I can say. You know what? I always say that Oli. I don't think I've said it on a show. I might have, but I tell my dad this a lot. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is the luckiest man alive. Ever. The players he got when he got them. Just when things are done, when it's done. Bruno's like, I got you, Ole. Don't worry. It's ridiculous. He clutches it. But we all love Bruno.
This makes you wonder as well, what would these players do under a good manager?
That's the thing. I'm like, now I'm thinking, Bruno on the pot, it could be a mess. It could be an absolute mess. Pogba in the pot could be mess. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We have players who are not playing at the moment, and we're scraping through games. So it's bittersweet. Today's result's bittersweet. It's sweet because we won, bitter because we know there's no future with us. There is no future. Bruno Fernandes, he won us the game. He saved all his job again. He saves the team again. He's Mr. Bruno. Mr. Fantastic, Captain Fantastic. He's my captain, 10 out of 10. But no problems with that. Juan Mata, who I actually thought was one of the worst players on the game today, because I think he did leave Aaron Wan-Bissaka out to dry. And by that, I didn't see Mata at all today. And again, I don't blame him because Oli picked him. It's not Mata's fault he played. But he played in Champions League the full game. And again, this is why I'm so annoyed. If I'm Donny, I'm like, Scott played ahead of me today. He didn't have a great game. Mata played it. What? I was man of the match last game in the Champions League, and Oli doesn't play me. Why isn't he playing Donny? You can't play Mata's role. You can't play McTominay's role. I just don't get it to Donny van der Beek.
You played his role if you tried. Honestly, he's that
it's the Ajax youth system. He's so versatile. And honestly, for that simple reason alone, when I didn't see Donny on the team sheet, I was like, sack him. We could win this game 10-0 today. Still sack him. I would sack him. I'd be like, Ollie, thank you for the win today. Goodbye. Pack your bags. Goodbye. I don't care. you're not playing Donny. You're not playing Pogba. And, I'm not saying this because I'm sound like I'm defending the Glazers, but I guarantee you the Glazers are not happy with Oli not picking Paul Pogba and not picking Donny van de Beek. Those are two players that big Pogba is just marketability, and Donny is a new player you spent 30 million on. Yeah, you wanted Grealish, but Donny's arguably could be better. And he has been one of our best players. He's been our most consistent player this season. So why isn't he playing?
Yeah.
It's baffling. So Mata, honestly, he's just done. That's what it is. Like I said, you can win games with him because he won today. But again, no future, no longevity. He's just done as in the top tier. So I'm going to give Mata a 5. I thought he was poor today. No Greenwood on the bench today. I don't know what that's for. But no Greenwood on the bench today as well. Put James on the bench, but no Greenwood. So yeah, 5.
Yeah, no, I think besides him not recovering very well, which is true, I think his movement off the ball, as always, was intelligent. It was decent. But I don't think there was as much of a final product as we usually get from one Mata today. So, yeah, it was just an okay game, and I'm going to give him a 6.
Yeah, 6. My heart. Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't too much from Mata for sure. He's way past his prime. He should not be playing at Manchester level, especially in the Prem. He should be an FA Cup specialist, the Carabao Cup specialist. That's where his level is right now. He's definitely past his prime. He shouldn't be starting against one of the toughest fixtures in the league for us right now, because Everton is a very, very tough game. He does not have the recovery pace. He doesn't have pace in general, but his passing ability is always good. Didn't see too much of it today. So, and like you said, he did hang Aaron out to dry, which a traditional winger wouldn't, obviously. But again, we don't really have that. So I can't really judge him too much on that, because if you're going to pick Mata, you're leaving your right back out to dry. I think it's as simple as that. From expect him to come back defensively when he can't out anybody on the opposition team. It's as simple as that. So just, I think an average performance from him, just a 6.
Oh, I think that's freaking generous, Mata. I don't even lie to you.
And I don't think it was
in general, I think up front to you is a bit disappointing. And, I'm speaking about Martial. Martial, again, I thought, everything I expect of Martial was there. I think he was very rusty because it's his first Premier League game. But he should that goal chance he had. Oh, that first chance where it was 0-0. That takedown was brilliant, and then he puts it wide. That I fault him for, because my expectations for Martial, I won't treat him differently just like because how I treat Rashford. I try to treat them both the same. I expect Martial to put that away. His hold up was there. I thought it wasn't as good as normal though. It looked like he was a bit sluggish today. Not slow, but I didn't see the fast-paced dribbling, driving all the time. I didn't see that really. I didn't really see the link up so much. So in general, I thought Martial was disappointing from my standards I give him. So I'm going to give Martial a 5. But that's just because I expect a lot more from my boy. That's just how it is. I really do expect a lot more from my boy. I expected a goal today. And other than that, everything else was average. So, yeah, that's the reason.
Cavani scored. I'm kidding. I think it was an average performance, really. I think he was a very good outlet. I think hold up was decent. He was involved in the interplay and all of that. But finishing wasn't amazing. And I think it is just down to match sharpness. So I'm going to give him a 6. Average.
Yeah. It definitely wasn't a top Martial performance today. It would have been nice to see him get back in the goals. But he's getting there, and he's going to get there real soon. Again. So for now, just an average performance. I was a bit upset with Oli subbing him off. But
yeah, me also.
I'd love to see him and Cavani take the helm, because Rashi deserved the break, and we'll obviously get to that in a second. But Martial just average 6 points.
Right, boys. I'm going to go last in this, just so I can see how I'm feeling towards this player. Because you guys absolutely love him. Right? I also love him, but I don't love him this much. Because Marcus Rashford, let you guys get into it. I'll reserve my opinion. I'm going to keep quiet till the end. So Mulatto, take it away.
Look, he's been playing well, So I'm not going to fault him for having one bad game. But he wasn't that great today. His take-ons weren't that successful. he made some really suspicious passes that were just going nowhere. So, yeah, the football intelligence was questionable, and he should have headed that ball into the net. So, yeah, it was very average. So I'm gonna give him a 6 as well.
Yeah, I think today Rashford, he was very good in the link-up play in the first half. He just had a lot of dribbles. He passed the ball well. He moved the ball very well, and he created a lot of space. But the whole team did, admittedly. So I think he was a very vital part of that in the first half specifically. And then in the second half, I barely saw the man, in all honesty. And him not getting really any chances, and the ones that he missed, obviously, it wasn't a great performance for him. I think today he deserves to be faulted a bit. Today wasn't his best by any means. We normally see him actually going for those shots a lot. We normally see him actually trying to be proactive, and today we didn't see that as much. So I think I don't want to be too harsh. So like a 5.5.
Yeah, there was this instant where he thought he was Superman. He could run through the whole Everton team. So there was some questionable decisions today.
Yeah, definitely one of those off days.
Ah,
Gary for the 0, guys.
boys, Marcus Rashford. I love the kid. Freaking, they had a billboard before the game started thanking Marcus Rashford. Then, this man, onside, one-on-one with Pickford, bottles it. Then, the passing today. Oh, goodness. Awful. Then, the dribbling today also. I like him. That's the best part of the game. But like Moloto said, the football IQ, this kid, oh my days, he annoys the shit out of me. It's either he gets a 10 out of 10, I'll be honest with you. It's either he gets 10 out of 10 because the ridiculous things he does pays off, or he's having an absolute shocker. And remember, I just think back to the preview when I said when I set up my teams, and they both didn't have Rashford. Honestly, I think we would be better without Rashford. I think he is more of a super sub. I think the kid's got goals in him, but I really am questioning now because I actually don't think he's played well in recent games. He's got some goals, but I still don't think it is. The passing hasn't really been there, and like I said, the hat trick he got, Martial, was one of the key factors. And some of those goals were great. That was a great performance from Rashford. But this kid needs to read a book or something, man. My God, he is. It's like he's Daniel James with ridiculous amount of goals.
I was about to say that.
And skills. That's what it is.
I was going to say he's Super Saiyan Dan James.
Yeah, he's a Super Saiyan Dan James is what he is. I love Rashford. Like the things that off the field, amazing. But goodness today. And you know what annoys me the most? It's not his fault again. It's not his fault. But Ollie insists on playing him. He never takes him off. He'll take off my boy Martial.
At this point, just rest him.
Yeah, he never. That's what annoys me again. And I'm not going to give Rashford a 2. I thought he was the worst player on the pitch by far today. I honestly did.
Honestly, I think
you should have had 2 goals and the header. Oh my God, I didn't even speak about the header. The header. Oh, no, guys. Open your eyes, fam. What are you doing? Oh, something. Oh no.
No, look, I think all generally thinks that he's our main source of goals, and I guess justifiable because he did score almost goals last season, did he not? So I can see why he keeps on the pitch.
But
he didn't
give him a break.
Yeah, he can't play every game.
Yeah, but like now it's coming too much on. Yeah, and this is the thing again. Like, I would have played Rashford as well. I think Rashford doesn't deserve to really get dropped, but man, we didn't even arrest him. This kid he mustn't suffer from burnout. The guy needs.
He doesn't learn. He got a stress
injury.
injury.
A long-term injury.
Exactly. Injury. Come on, dude. Come on. I love Rashford. I don't want his career to go down. I think if you had Marcus Rashford as he is, but you put Martial's brain in him, perfect. Absolutely perfect.
But in this formation, who plays there? Just Lingard, Dan James,
That's the problem. We have really no one else. We have no one. So I would play Rashford. I would.
It's too different in all honesty, but yeah.
Someone even
He didn't
Some
have
would say
that big of a
put
name.
Martial on the wing and
Today,
put Cavani at striker. So,
Yeah.
people, they love Martial. But, that's a conversation another day. I'm only harsh on Rashford because, like I said, I think this kid's got all the potential. He's got the hard work. He's humble. He's Mr. Perfect. He is Mr. Perfect. But read a book. That's what I'm going to say. Read a book. Just that book. Just read a book. Watch old games. Learn how to sweat it. Please, my God, I beg, learn how to sweat it. If Jadon Sancho is here, I think we would have seen a mad Rashford. Because I think Jadon Sancho would be like, Rash, what are you doing, dude? Come on. Look at this. Sweat it, yeah. Thank you. There we go. Done. Because that's what Jadon Sancho is. He's a perfected Marcus Rashford. Same pace, actually probably more skill. But he knows how to sweat it and he knows when to shoot. He's a proper winger. Rashford is a makeshift winger. It's like he was a striker and now, you're asking him to.
Yeah, he's an inside forward.
So yeah, he's an inside forward. That's what Rashford is. But yeah, I love the kid. People are probably convinced I have a Rashford agenda. But I'm only hard on him because I love Rashford. I'm only hard on him because I love him. Other subs, Tonzebe, I really can't rate him, to be honest. So I'm just going to leave him out. But let's give a rating to Cavani.
Why 10 minutes, though? Why 10 minutes? I just don't get that, honestly. What is Cavani supposed to do?
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. All I'm going to say with regards to Cavani, my grand would have scored that goal because they didn't want to play. I'm going to give you a 7 because it's such a goal, and I'm happy for you. But again, it's bittersweet.
Martial gets that goal. Yeah,
exactly.
I know, Martial definitely gets the goal. Well, Martial will try to be too cool about it, maybe miss it. But anyway.
No,
Bruno,
I think
was that if you saw the way?
Look, I think maybe people might think I'm grasping, but I think he looked a little bit more lively today. Off the ball, he looked like he had a little bit more energy. So I guess that's a positive. And he scored first goal. So yeah, good outing for Cavani, and hopefully it's the first of many. So I don't like to give players a bench rating. Like
I can't give him a 7. Got a goal, so
I guess 7 for the goal.
Yeah.
Just for the goal.
Yeah, 7 just for the goal. I think that's a simple as we didn't see enough of Cavani and they just scores. It was a good finish, admittedly, so I think he just gets a 7 and we move.
Yeah. Oh, I'll give a good finish. I do.
You'll give him a 4.
I think the only striker who misses that is probably Firmino. I'll be honest with you. I think that's the only striker who misses.
Yeah.
But that's a story for another day. I don't want to go bring it in. But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, gentlemen, they got it right today. I'm going to give him a 6. I'm going to give him a 6. I tell you, I'm going to give him a 6. It's average. I expect you to beat Everton. I expect you, to literally beat Everton. You didn't play Donny. You didn't play Pogba. You didn't. Who else did you play? You didn't play Axel. You didn't play Matic. So, this is not a long-term solution, Oli. And regardless of the result, you could have won 10-0 today, played the best football I've seen. I'm pressing that sack button. We are out the club. Because you know what? Today it leads me, and I look at Bruno do that today. It like I said, we left in this space like, what would Poch do at this place?
Yeah.
What would Poch change some of these players into? Yeah, I seen freaking Poch turn Teddy Addy to Bruno Fernandes at a point. That's how quick Teddy Addy was on center stage. So,
Relax.
I'm telling you! Poch, guys. I'm sold on it. But yeah, I would still press the eject button. You're not good enough, my boy. You can get results. There's no denying that. You do have tactics. No denying that. But you are not consistent or good enough to be a Manchester United manager. So that's where I stand. This is our average performance as a Man United manager, 6 out of 10.
Yeah, no, it's not that we want United to lose. It's just frustrating just being caught in this.
Frustrating. That's the word today. Frustrating. That's
area where we just don't know where we're going. So it is very annoying. And look, he got it right for today's game. So we have to give credit where it's due. But there were some things he didn't get right. Not played Donny. I don't care if we lost. I think he should have played. Late substitutions, in my opinion. So, yeah, 6.5, I guess.
Yeah. Go on, give him a 0. Go on.
I'm going to be a bit harsh. Yeah, I think we played with fire and got away with it. In all honesty, another day. This is a 3-1 to them and not to us. If Bruno doesn't switch on, I don't think we come close to winning this game. And it's one thing to rely on individual brilliance and another thing to get the best tactics for the brilliance in front of you. Because Bruno carried the team on his back today, not Ole, sadly.
Not the first
And
time as well. It's not the first time.
it's definitely not the first time. It's not going to be the last either, that's the thing. And we're going to see a lot more of this, and we've seen a lot of this. It's as simple as that. Today, we very much played with fire, and we got away with it. I think our change of strategy only made it harder on ourselves, in all honesty, coming into the second half. As much as we got the chance to break quite a few times, we were shut down 9 out of 10 times, except once. And we were like very susceptible on ourselves. Yeah. If Slabhead, our giant in the background, didn't actually do his job, like he hasn't before in the past, Calvert-Lewin scores a hat-trick of headers. We let the ball in way too many times across the left side, well, their left side specifically.
Yeah,
and
left side.
We gave Digne had so many crossing opportunities. Digne, Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah. I think if they switched James with Bernard today, they would have.
We see a different result.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think we played fine.
I'm really surprised about Ancelotti approached this game. He attacked us. He played into our hands, and he didn't do the James switch of sides, which he normally does. I watch a lot of Everton this season because I'm alone. If you don't know, I'm alone with Everton and Leeds. But yeah, just very. It's almost like it's like
overestimated.
Ancelotti was like, and it's like Carlo was like, no, I want. It's like all the rival fans. No, Oli must win today, so he stays in the job. It's like it's sabotage. Except Bruno's even like, I didn't win the game. Fans are loving it, and we love it. But now we're like, oh no. Obviously, I'm joking, but I'm very surprised at the way Everton approached that game. Very surprised. And we'll see next week, because I can tell you what, well, not next week, after international break, West Brom ain't attacking us, guys. Let's just be honest. They ain't attacking us. So let's see what happens with that. And even then, West Brom are bottom of the table. So if Oli does lose that game, sack him. If you lose to West Brom, sackable. That's even despite all the bad results before that. That's sackable to West Brom. So,
hey, we've heard that they're inquiring Poch, so I guess maybe the only hope now is that maybe they've already made the decision.
That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping
over the international break.
I'm hoping for that. I doubt it. If you put on a percentage now after that Everton game, what are the chances Poch is signing within the next time for our next game? Probably say 5% chance of Poch signing now.
Unlikely.
Yeah, if we lost, I would have said 50-50. 50% chance. Now I think it's hardly a factor. So I think the way to sum it up is that Bruno won us this game. We learned nothing from this game. Oli loves to see another day. We as United fans, nothing changes. We Oli out, you Oli out, Oli in, Oli unsure. Nothing really changes. We're happy with the 3 points. And I think that's a good way to sum it up and end it there, gentlemen. Is there anything left you guys want to mention, say?
Nothing really. It's been a frustrating couple of weeks as a Manchester United fan. And till after the international break.
Yeah.
Clayton, anything you want to say? Okay, Clayton's internet time, no problem, it's fine. So it's a good indication that we can sign it off there. So if you are new to the channel, please do consider subscribing, smashing a like to the video. Comment down below, Oli in, Oli out. If you were Oli out, let us know if you back Oli in. I'll smack you if you do that. Smack you if you do that. But we will be doing shows irrespective of the international break. We will continue with the content grind, so we will check you soon on the channel. Turn on notifications so you never miss out on future videos. Follow us on our socials. It'll be in the description below. Also, Fantasy League, if you haven't already, just check one of the old videos. I think the code should be somewhere there, because it's a juicy Fantasy League. I won't lie to you. The Red Devils Africa Fantasy League, if you haven't already, it's juice. I won't lie to you. It's juice. So join that for sure. And we'll check you in the next one.